Good morning, Mr. Steven. My name is Caroline Obalo from Precision Hub Consults. We are a team of consultants that we are contracted to undertake health and peace conflict analysis for the Rescue Initiative South Sudan. We just wanted to have an interaction with you. This interaction will take about 30 minutes at most. With your consent, we would request to have a conversation, and this conversation will be recorded. If you're in agreement with our request, we request for your endorsement to start the interview.
Okay, thank you very much. I will start.
Okay. Tell us about yourself and your role with the Rescue Initiative South Sudan.
Thank you, Carol. My name is Stephen Kennedy. Currently, I'm the M&E officer for Rescue Initiative South Sudan.
Okay. As an M&E practitioner, do you mind sharing with us, in the face of localization, something that is pertinent to the work that your organization does? How do you feel the government can be engaged in the M&E processes? And when you talk about government, let's scale it up to the level of government involvement at the national level up to the community level. How can they be engaged, or how are we engaging with them when we talk about M&E processes for the work that we do?
Government is the authority of their land. The first thing, as an M&E professional, the first people that you will engage the government. Majorly, you carry an inception meeting with them. Majorly on what is the project is all about, how will it be implemented, the duration of that project. After you have discussion with them, of course, they will endorse it and see if this project can be able to fit into the current context of the community, where you're going to implement your activities. After the approval, of course, you'll go to the community. Also, you also likely carry a social meeting with the community and look into their own context and see, let me say, just you carry a meeting with them and you assess their needs. After assessing their needs, you can bring back your report. Then from there, of course, you are likely to start your activity.
Okay. Thank you, Stephen. From your work having to engage with government at different levels, what are some of the constraints you've encountered in getting the desired results, operating with the government, but also the local level structures to see the desired results your projects commit to with the donors?
Thank you very much for this question. Majorly, the major constraint that we face is insecurity. As we all know, South Sudan just ended civil war, so meaning the infrastructure that we are having still not up to date. I can say it's not that way. So another concern will be lack of coordination with the government. Also, we do have shortages of budget, or at all even no budget for M&E to the government staff. Also, another thing is that the project is normally short, making it not to realize the target intent. And also there's no system for quality assurance. So these are the major constraints that we are facing.
Okay. Having shared those constraints that you've seen in the development space as we run our programs in emergency, what do you think development partners in the humanitarian space can do to support governments to realize sufficient strides in improving the M&E practices for the work that we do, but also to meet the mandate of government?
Thank you. Like I said before, South Sudan is in the process of they're still in the process of peacemaking, meaning that they don't have sufficient budget for implementing M&E processes. So in this line, I can say development partners are very crucial for lobbying for the development of M&E structure.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Having shared with us the constraints that we have encountered having to work with government and community structures, what are some of the things that you feel from where you sit that development partners can come in with to support the government body to realize sufficient strides in improving M&E practices in the government mandate?
Okay, thank you very much for this important question. Initially, I said South Sudan had just ended 5 years civil war, meaning they have no sufficient budget in actually improving the M&E system. But again, the development partners are very crucial for lobbying for such budget. So by having that budget, I think the government will be fully engaged in the implementation process. In regards to the community, they can be able to understand the project timeline, and also they can be able to move to a sustainable stage.
Okay, thank you. What would you consider as your organization's strength in supporting M&E systems for sustainable and reliable M&E for your country?
Yeah, thank you very much for this question. The Rescue Initiative of South Sudan is part of the health cluster body. We do have the advantage of developing the structure because we already have the trained M&E personnel, and also we do have the system in ground. So we envision movement from paper-based into electronic system.
Okay. Any other opportunity we see for the organization in terms of the strength?
Also, I can say it is very important for the government to support such processes. With their political will, I think implementation will be easy.
Okay.
And also, it is very important that we should also lobby for the development of the M&E technical working group. So by having such a body, I think it will be very, very, very easy for us to really implement activities and follow up with implementation.
True. Very last question for this particular engagement, when we talk about localization for M&E, and one of the things that you made mention before we go to that question is the need to have a technical working group for M&E, which seems to be something that is silent from the different conversations we have already had, having interacted with different individuals within the country context under which you operate. what are some of the opportunities that you'd identify with as an organization to be able to achieve the blended M&E approach that is able to mirror the face of localization in this country?
Thank you very much, Carol, for this question. These are the opportunities. We can be able to build M&E capacity at the county level, which is very crucial. Also, it is very important for us to find a way of allocating budget for M&E, specifically to the government staff. And also, it is very important for us to also develop the M&E policy. By doing that also, we need to build a working group for that and put it not only in words, but implementation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for sparing some time to talk with us. We will surely keep in touch should we have any further queries that supplements this process. We will be surely in touch with you for the next few days. A blessed afternoon.